RPM Trade Vietnam in this bitch. What's going on out here? Tell you what the fuck is going on out here. A bunch of fucking bullshit. Constantly battling with myself. Every day I wake up, I go, okay, so what am I wrong about that I'm going to change my mind about? Because I know I change my mind all the time. Everybody grows and matures and evolves, and you know, I'm always expecting and the change with open arms, because what the fuck else is there? You know, constant growth, constantly learning new things. That's what you got to do. What up, Engineer X? Engineer X, where you from? I think you might have told me before. Ohio. Okay. How the gun laws over there? I can't remember. I don't know if they let people openly carry over there, but they should. And if they don't, they wrong. Boss just called. What, you gotta get to work? It be that's good. That's good. Concealed and open. That's good. So that people can pick and choose. I actually want to talk about that a little bit today, as far as you know, just the whole open carry or concealed carry debate. Some people swear by the concealed carry, say that that's the only way to really do it for various reasons. It's obviously a personal choice, because just as much as somebody swears by concealed carry only, I swear by open carry for me only, almost 100%. If I go to a place where I really don't want to deal with it, or maybe I'm not supposed to have the gun there, then I might conceal it. But as an everyday principle, I like to open carry for various reasons. When I do my open carry demonstrations with the AR-15, the bulletproof vest, the sidearm, all the mags, the mask every now and then, the bulletproof mask, all that. When I'm doing all of that, I'm trying to draw attention to how far you can actually go and still be legal, so that people can see an example of that. And then I can show them the most aggressive, quote unquote, aggressive example of open carry. And then I start hugging everybody. That way I can be like, this does not mean that I mean harm. This is to be a defensive measure towards the bad guy, and the bad guy needs to assume and expect that whether he can see it or not, his would-be victim might be willing to fucking shoot him. He better think twice, because he gonna die for that bully shit. This is the frame of mind I'm trying to put out there, and I believe that it is valuable for me to do this in the way that I'm doing it, because it gets the fucking point across. And somebody told me, and then I corrected him, and he was being cool. I sent him to some examples of what I had going on in my open carry, to show that this is actually beneficial and not harmful to the gunfight. Because he said he thought that I was doing more harm than good by doing this. And it's not the first time that I've heard that either. And this is coming from a person who supports the gun ownership. They just don't think that it should be out here. But the reason why they think that it should here in the way that I do it is because they don't want me to scare the normies and the people that are straddling the fence or uncomfortable with gun possession and ownership, because then I'm going to rile them up. That's the point, though, is to rile them up, so they, in all of their bitch ass complaining and all of their scary ass bullshit, being a fucking coward about some shit that they already should have accepted off the knowledge of the fact that where we live allows this. That's enough for them to get in tune with it, fucking accept it, be an adult, and know where the fuck it is that you live. And if that didn't do it, your fucking honest involvement as a grown-up to understand what the gun laws are, where you live, if that wasn't enough, and I can't count on people in Iowa to be that diligent about being an adult with a fucking opinion, and you don't know this is legal, man, I'm gonna wake your ass up. Now you gotta make a fucking choice. How do you feel about it? Because it's out here, and you should have fucking known that before you saw me. It is a fucking good idea. It's actually genius what it is that I'm doing. And I'm not saying it because it's me. I'm saying it because when I look at the objective that I have and the goal that I have and how it's working, I can't think of no other way to address the issue that I'm addressing and be this fucking potent and fucking calling everybody out on their shit is fucking genius, bro. And when it comes to open carrying, man, hey, I'm gonna make you face this shit. You gotta face this shit now. This is what's possible. This is what's legal. Bad guys need to know that other people got guns. They need to think when they see me, oh, okay, you openly carrying, you could be concealed carrying. How many people out here are concealed carrying and they got guns on them that I can't see? You don't fucking know, bad guy. You don't know who's armed. You know that I am, and you don't know where all the rest of the guns at. You have no fucking idea. Surprise, motherfucker. Try something. Try something. And I hope whoever it is that you're trying to do something to has a gun that you didn't know about until they start blasting on your ass. And that actually helps me segue into another issue that I have with my openly carrying. I think for me, for myself, and my train of thought, openly carrying in most situations to me is the moral high ground, because I made it fucking clear that I have a fucking gun. So now I can possibly serve as a deterrent to a bad guy who wants to do something to me or to somebody else. They're going to see me and then ask themselves, did they want a problem with me, especially if it ain't had nothing to do with me. Now, openly carrying, some people say, oh, you're going to be the first target. Not true. Because if some guy comes in here to hurt somebody else on some personal shit, he's not going to say, oh, let's get the stranger first. He's going to say, I want to get what it is that I wanted. I don't want to shoot out with a fucking stranger when I came here to get this motherfucker. So how about I wait till the stranger's not around? Because I want to shoot and then not fucking receive any fucking return fire from no one. That's what they gonna want. You have to be a homicidal maniac, suicidal as fuck, to come into an establishment or any place in public, see me with a gun and go, that's my new target, fuck what I came for? Fuck out of here. And you got to be a fucking scaredy cat if you're thinking you want to conceal carry. So when somebody pop off, you want somebody else to be getting hit first and not you, so then you can jump in. Yeah, let them fucking point a gun in a fucking armed robbery at the fucking 20-year-old fucking female cashier, so that you got a chance to say, man, fuck that. If you could deter this dude from even trying that shit, be the deterrent instead of being like, shoot her first and then I'll jump in. You won't even know I have a gun. To me, there's something wrong with that. I don't want to take that position on that. And I want motherfuckers to know that if I'm openly carrying and obviously armed, and somebody wants to pop off, don't you know we're dealing with a psycho? Because who the fuck would pop off at me or at someone else in front of me when I'm obviously carrying a gun? Somebody who deserves to be fucking shot down. Because you gotta be a psycho to keep moving forward with that bullshit. Huh? It makes the case clear as fuck to me, for me. I like open carry, man. I like it. And then, if I conceal carry and got into a situation where my firearm could legitimately be called into play, if I'm concealed carrying, the motherfucker won't know that I got a gun that I plan on using against him to stop his bullshit if he's being a bully until I am shooting. And if I start shooting, what if he's thinking, man, if I knew I was gonna die for this, I wouldn't have did this shit. I think it gives them a fair opportunity. It's something about that. I know people don't like fairness, but it's kind of like a showdown at high noon, nigga. You both agree to it. Backs turn, 10 paces, turn and fire. That is the fairest way to say I call you out to a gunfight, and we know that this was going on, and one of us is going to fucking die. Maybe both of us. Who knows? This is about as fair as I can get it. It's a gentleman's game of fucking quick draw. Let's go. There's something honorable about the full disclosure, and I think that all of that has a heavier weight on my mind and my heart and my consciousness than it does for me to play peekaboo with a guy who has to cross a line before he knows that he's got a problem. How about I tell him, don't cross that line, bro? And then he goes, man, I never really got the balls to fucking pop off in here like I thought I was going to. And had I not seen this man with a gun, I would have did it. And then the only thing he would have been able to do after I start firing was to kill me. Now there's 2 dead people who he attacked, and then his ass when I get him. Like, I understand the concealed carry, man. I understand. not giving up your position is tactically, it gives you the fucking sneak attack advantage. I get it, but what you have to do in order to bring your gun into play at all after that means that something has already gone wrong, and I don't like that. You do what the fuck you want to do. But in the meantime, I openly carry a pistol every fucking day. Every day is an open carry demonstration to me. But when I get out and do the open carry demonstrations, man, it does so much for law enforcement that they are numb to who I am. Only in sensitive situations with a new cop who want to be a bitch would they ever ask me for ID. It has only happened maybe 3 times in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Out of 5.5 years of doing this, only 3 times have police officers approached me to ask me for my ID. Only 3 times. And that's pretty fucking good. Because any other time, they see me every time I get out here. Damn near 150 open carry demonstrations. Damn near 150. They see me, and sometimes I go to look at them, and they literally turn away from me to keep from making eye contact. They literally do that sometimes, police officers, when they drive past. Some of them drive past, and they salute when they see me. Some of them drive past, and they do this. Some of them drive past, and they might beep their horn a little bit, and I look, and it's a cop, and he just goes... and they'll do that. I actually seen a cop one time. I was going into like Pancheros or something like that to get a burrito after I did the open carry demonstration, but I still had all my gear on. Left the AR in the car, but I had my pistol on me, but I got the vest on, automatics and all that. I went into Pancheros or some shit, got a burrito. On my way out, no, it was on my way in that I seen this officer. He was in the parking lot, and he saw me. He's like, "Hey, what's up? You the hug guy, huh?" I was like, "Yeah, that's me." He's like, "Man, you'd be surprised how many calls we get. We get calls every single time you go out, I'm sure of it. It's got to be every time, it doesn't miss. But we almost never really even come out there. We won't even drive by. We know who you are. We ask people to describe you, what you look like, what it is that you're doing. And when we can tell by the description that it must be you, we won't even come out there." I go, "I know, right? There's times I'm out there for an hour, and I'll be like, cops usually drive past casually, and I didn't see a single cop car drive past at all. It's almost like you guys are avoiding me because you would have drove past me accidentally, just because." And that happens sometimes, and I got nothing. He's go, "Oh yeah. Sometimes we tell people that's legal and you're not doing anything wrong, and we know exactly who you are. Sometimes we even tell people your name. His name is Trey. He does this all the time. Blah blah blah." I was like, "Well, thanks for that." He was like, "Yeah, man, we don't. Most of us don't mind at all, man. Everything's good," and I appreciate that. But that's how it goes, man, and that's the way it's supposed to go. I said when I first started doing this shit that I was going to numb Cedar Rapids Police Department to the point where they feel like they know exactly who I am. I create a long track record of me doing this and harming nobody and doing nothing but getting all the hugs. And if I was ever involved in a legit self-defense shooting, upon hearing the news that I was involved in a shooting, Cedar Rapids Police Department would probably automatically default in the back of their minds, even if they never said it out loud. I bet you he didn't do that to start a fight. I bet you that was legit self-defense. I can get Cedar Rapids Police to, in their minds, that they would defend me. They would assume that that was probably a legit self-defense shooting. This is what the open carry has done. So people who say that I'm doing harm by doing more harm than good for this because I'm just going to scare people when we already have a sensitive situation, y'all don't understand. You didn't take enough time to check it out to see what I was doing. You got to look through my channel. So much so that there was a shooting while I was live streaming. The video's in my fucking YouTube. Go find it. The title of the video is Do We Deserve the Freedom? Or something like that. It was from June 9th of 2022. I did an open carry demonstration on that day, and in this video, at the 54-minute mark, you can start watching it right about then, and you will see that as I'm talking, somebody start fucking shooting. A half a block away, gunshots are loud as fuck. Me and Cuzzo can smell the gunpowder from where we were. Seconds after motherfuckers were shooting, the victims of the fucking shooting drove past us on the live stream. Windows and shit blowing out of the fucking car. You can hear somebody in the car going, "Come on, bro. Come on, bro." Because this guy got hit. This is all on my live stream. 7 minutes later, the police drive past us, look us right in our eyes, and kept on going because they knew that we had nothing to do with it. I don't know what the fuck else you want me to do for the gun community, for gun rights. I don't know what else you want me to do to ease the mind of the gun hater, to show them that not just us and the attempt to solicit hugs from strangers while we're armed. That's not even it. Look at how we affect law enforcement, where we make them stand on that shit, that they have a fucking oath of office to protect this fucking right. They cannot be the ones to present any danger by treating us like rattlesnakes because we're armed. That's not enough, motherfucker. I had to be doing something wrong, and this is not wrong. It's actually very fucking right, and we're proving it. This is what's supposed to be done. The would-be victims should be armed as fuck. We proving all of that. And I fucking hate cops. Do not like them. And I'm not talking about personally. I'm talking about the job in and of itself. If you qualify to maintain employment in law enforcement, by definition of the things that you have to be okay with in order to do that, it makes you a bad person to me. That's why all cops are bad cops. None of them are good because of what it is that they have to do to keep and maintain that employment is the definition of a bad person. I don't give a fuck if you know a cop that's a nice guy. They're all willing to fucking shoot you in front of your kids on your birthday over seatbelt money if you refuse to fucking pay it and you stand on it. The day y'all meet and you've been standing on that shit, it's going to be a controversy. And when they try to subdue you and you say, no, motherfucker, they going to fight you to the death about what? How did this start? Seatbelt ticket money that you refuse to pay them. That's how it started. And every one of them will say, if you bring them to that point, they'd all be willing to kill you in front of your kids on your birthday, and I'm not exaggerating. None of those things will stop them to say, I can't do this to you, bro. I won't do it to you. They will do it to you. So stop fucking talking to me about how you know a cop that's a good guy. I don't want to fucking hear it. I just destroyed your shit, and you know it. I don't know how you can hear me and move on with the fucking gov love and the fucking pig sucking that the fucking sausage sucking that y'all doing with this cop love. They're all bad. They all agreed to do some dumb shit to you that if I did it to you for the exact same reason, you would know that I was fucking wrong. Are we going to play pretend? You can't make something morally right because of the clothes that somebody wore when they did it. I'm not going to babysit y'all. You're going to get that fucking your logical, cognitive gears cranking around me, or I'm going to call you a fucking idiot if I think that you are one, because nobody on planet Earth can move beyond what it is that I just said, that they're all willing to do that to you and it makes them all bad, and I don't give a fuck about their table manners, how chivalrous they are, how good of a husband or a father they are. None of it fucking matters. Deal breaker. You would kill the guy over the seatbelt ticket money if he refuses to the fucking death of him to even address y'all about the money, about the citations, about the suspended license, or anything. If he say fuck y'all about all of that, the ticket will eventually be the reason that leads him to his death. Now the game is over. No one can say a fucking word to me. And I don't want that to be arrogant, because I'm expecting for what it is that I'm thinking and saying to be the sensible, logical bottom line that any man from any faith, I don't give a fuck about none of that. It doesn't matter. Your religion, your creed, where you come from or nothing. Indisputable. Indisputable. And I rest my case. They're all bad. But fuck all this other dumb shit. You gonna see my gun. Then you're gonna make a choice about how you feel about it. If it made it to fucking legal status when we know we got an issue with fucking overreaching government and law enforcement, they said it's okay, you're gonna have to fucking chill out. How the fuck we get it past law enforcement and government business to still be legal to do this and still have a problem in society about it? I'm gonna fucking out you. You gonna see me with the fucking gun and you gonna give me a hug or get the fuck away from me too. RPM Trey Vietnam and this bitch Wu Bang get a gun. Stop being a fucking bitch about seeing my fucking gun. You a pussy. If you don't see no guns, assume they're out there. You haven't gotten that far in your fucking grown man fucking understanding and acceptance of where the fuck it is that you live. I don't got to see a gun to know that they out here. I expect that they will be. And just because I can't see them, don't mean that I'm not fucking considering that every one of these fucking men could easily be fucking armed. Get fucking used to it. Face that shit. You gonna fucking face it around me. I'm tired of motherfuckers being pussy fucking. Y'all can't fucking be honest or real about nothing. Can't tell the whole story to yourself and come to terms with nothing about nothing. Y'all are fucking frustrating as fuck, man. Y'all are frustrating as fuck, man. I thought we, man, look, the idea of a grown man or a grown woman, I don't give a fuck if you over 18. Real grown men and grown women are fucking rare. Most of y'all are childish bitches. Can't be real or honest or about nothing. You're not gonna be able to change gun laws, especially overnight in Iowa. Get used to it. When you see me with the gun, if you like it, cool, get like me. If you don't like it, cool, get like me. And then tell yourself that since you cannot stop me, the best thing you can do is be as loving as you see me, if not better. Let's have a contest. Can you outlove me out here? I bet you can. But let's do that. Get you a gun and then try to outlove me, right? Try that. Let's make that the game. And if I or anybody else get out of line, you should be comfortable with the fact that other people got guns because you have also armed yourself. Now you're going to try to love everybody. Anybody who gets out of line with a gun, legal gun or illegal gun, don't even fucking matter. I'm not going to stop to ask you. If you start wilding, I'm a wild out too. All over your ass. How's that? That's fair. There's nothing else you can do about the gun shit if you don't like it. But to get the fuck out of Iowa or arm yourself and say, okay, everybody's got guns and I don't know what anybody's about. Let's just say that anybody ignites a fucking fight with me, I have the tools to return fire. I'm as comfortable and as protected as I can possibly be. Now I can chill out and see who wants to hug. There's nothing else you're going to be able to do, man. Get in tune. Stop being a fucking pussy. Goofy ass.